Following the Civil War, great changes began to occur in the United States. Railroads crossed the nation, new industries were formed, natural resources were plentiful, and cities became manufacturing and transportation centers. How did advances in transportation link resources, products, and markets in America after the Civil War? With advances in transportation, such as the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 and improvements to the steamship, the movement of natural resources and finished products began to crisscross the country. Following the discovery of gold in California, the transporting of copper and lead to eastern factories began. These two valuable metals were byproducts of gold mining. Soon, new mining industries sprang up to meet the growing demand for them. In addition, eastern factories began to rely on railroads to supply them with much needed raw materials. Iron ore was another natural resource that was in demand during this period of industrial growth. It was used in the production of steel. Steel was stronger and lasted longer than iron. The need for iron ore increased dramatically after a cheaper method of producing steel was invented in the mid-1850s. As a result, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania became a major steel and railroad center. Nearby deposits of iron ore were transported to its many mills, and the finished product, steel, was shipped out to the nation. Advances in transportation also made it possible for finished products to reach a national market. Textiles from New England, steel from Pittsburgh, and automobiles from Detroit could now be loaded onto trains and delivered to manufacturers, stores, and consumers all over the country. In addition to linking resources, products, and markets, advances in transportation also played an important part in the birth, growth, and prosperity of American cities. Before the industrial development of the mid-1800s, most cities grew alongside waterways that could be used to transport needed goods and resources. With the growth of the railroad, cities began to grow and prosper far from the coastlines. These new industrial cities could be found closer to natural resources needed by their factories and mills. Before long, manufacturing areas were clustered around these cities. Entire regions became known for their products and industries. New England, in the northeast region of the U.S., was a manufacturing area known for its textile industry. New inventions such as the cotton gin, the mechanical loom, and the sewing machine led to the increase of southern cotton production, new textile mills, and a growing demand for textile products such as cloth and fabric. The growing automobile industry was centered around the city of Detroit, Michigan, in the Midwest region of the U.S. Detroit was located near waterways, railroads, and raw materials. It was also home to many skilled laborers. As a result, it became the birthplace of the American automotive industry. Three famous Detroit automotive companies, including General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler.
In addition to textiles and automobiles, the steel industry also prospered after the Civil War. In the Mid-Atlantic region, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania became one of the first steel centers in the nation. It was located near deposits of iron ore and coal, as well as railroads that could bring in raw materials and carry out finished products. Another kind of industry was also located in the Midwest region of the country. After the Civil War, Chicago became the center of the meatpacking industry. Meat products could now be delivered quickly because of Chicago's meatpacking